Greetings, everyone. I am kind of in the mood to do kind of another mashup. So I went out and I got a couple more of these, which are Pokemon cards, something that I was never really into. So let's open them up. I've been thinking of what would be interesting as far as mashups go for Pokemon. And let's see what we got going on here. Bronzog. I don't know anything about that. And what else we got here? Scolipede. Swanna. Panic Mask. That's kind of neat. And while I was thinking about that, I was thinking what would be kind of interesting would be a mashup between like the MCU and Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, and I really put a lot of thought into it. I'm like, oh, what would be super awesome? And what popped into my mind was like Pikachu, but Pikachu as Thor. Professor's research. Okay. What is this? Calyrex and Wobbuffet. All right, well that's interesting. Anyway, so getting back to what I had going on, Pikachu as Thor, and how cool would that be? So I decided I was going to do a little bit of research, and would you believe somebody already went out of their way to make a mashup? In fact, a bunch of people already did Thor and Pikachu. And more thought went into this because I didn't want to do the same thing as anyone else. I thought about, well, visiting a family that I know, and one of them was into a game called Genshin Impact. And I don't think there exists anything mashup-wise with Genshin Impact. At least I couldn't find it anyway. So that is what I'm going to do a drawing of. Let me see here. I'm going to have this bunny pen. And let's see where we can go with this. I'm going to use this light blue. Oh, if it'll actually work. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to zoom in on this first. And see if it can kind of lock into place. Now, I don't really draw cutesy stuff too often, so this could be kind of fun. Oh. I kind of like this blue. Now, I myself haven't really played the game. I picked up the controller, and it's kind of like this. Oh, that's Neville letting me know that I'm already around 5 minutes, I guess. Anyway. It just got started, Neville. Anyway, so I tried it a little bit, just to run around in the free world. And kind of interesting. But I don't own the game, so I've invested no real time in it. But what I am going to do, though, is I've chosen one of the characters. And this one character is called Lynette. And it's going to be kind of a Pikachu thing. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Actually, I didn't really think about what color of hair. Well, let's go with that, I think. Pikachu is generally yellow. Now, I don't know how well that really shows up on camera. That is okay. Actually, I think that one is like that. Bring this down a little bit. So, while I'd be chatting with just seeing what I can do with that. With the father of the family, one of them would be on the TVs with this game in the background. And oh, let me tell you, it seems interesting. I'm not sure if it's a game for me, because I think you have to put in a lot of time. Like, I think there's like an elemental kind of thing that goes on, like you... Anyway, I don't know enough about it. But as I said, I don't think I've seen a mashup of it. Now, one of the first problems I think that I'm going to run into is that Pikachu doesn't really have a neck. So having a collared shirt doesn't really make sense. But I'm going to make it kind of an outfit. And something like this. kind of like a bolo. Back of that. I think. Back to this fun blue. Seems to be a lot of bows and flowy stuff going on with this particular character of Lynette. You know what? I think we got to go back. Fill in the eyes just a little bit here. Yes, if you don't have a bunny pen, get yourself a bunny pen. Oh, these are fantastic. You don't get much room with Pokemon body either. But I'm okay with that. I will figure that out. And there's some kind of like ruffly thing involved. Little something like that. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be shorts. We're going to make them kind of shorts. Or a skort, I think is that what sometimes they're referred to as. It's like a short skirt kind of combination. I don't wear this stuff, so I don't know. And let's fill that in a little bit. Extended ruffles. We don't have much room for the legs. don't know what I think of this. Oh. So far it seems kind of funny to me. Kind of funny. Now I think that from the couple of pictures that I looked up, the character sometimes is depicted as holding cards. So that's why I have that there. I'll do a little bit of a trace on that there, just to differentiate a couple of things. Right. And let's have this as a free arm with a cuff here. Okay. This might be one of those doodles that might deserve a different shot. And by that I mean, like, you know, another one that has a bit of effort, or a bit more effort than just, like, you know, and half an hour or whatever that this will end up being. Just doing the ears up here. Of our Lynette Pikachu. The next thing, let's get this blue out again of our bunny pen, because you gotta have bows, because bows are the best. Oh, let me tell ya, you gotta have bows. And fill in a couple. Kind of like that. These ones here. So it keeps kind of a checkerboard pattern. Darken it just a little bit. Oh, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Anyway. Okay, so we got that bow. Next, and more substantially so, you have to have this outrageous tail thing. Because how else will you know that this is a Pikachu if you don't have the outrageous tail thing? And let us do a little bit of an outline. Now, it's possible that somebody has already done one of these. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking. But I don't know if these worlds would really collide anyway. The world of Pokémon and Genshin Impact. But I suppose that's the point of the mashup, isn't it? Although I'm really disappointed that somebody already did a version of Thor and Pikachu. That to me is bothersome. But I mean, it's pretty hard to come up with an original idea anyway. Of course, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they come up with that? The god of thunder and a creature that uses lightning? Why wouldn't they have already done that? Of course they would. Oh, it would have been funny. Now what I'm doing is just adding extra, almost unnecessary detail. I do like a gel pen every so often, though. I find that you can really control how much ink or gel actually can get on the paper. You can kind of very lightly shade with it, and for that reason it's fun to use. It's not as harsh as just using the traditional ink pen that I often will sketch with. So it's a braid on this side. I would frame the face a little bit. Yes. For our necklace, Pikachu. Or I should say, a Pikachu with no neck. It's weird that you can do this with a doodle. You can spend more time on it, and you can kind of improve certain things. But as you may know, and as I know, you can definitely overwork something. So at some point you have to just make the decision to set down your bunny pen and let it go. But in this case, we're getting close to the letting go part. Getting close. This bolo tie thing, just fill it in just a little bit, but still keep it kind of light. Just a little hint inside the purple eye. Okay. That's my friend Neville in the background. I don't know if you can hear Neville. Just letting me know that we're coming up on a half an hour. Now, something that I'm going to try to do a bit more frequently is with these sort of like longer doodles. I've been trying to put, let's back this out a little bit, a short with them as well. And that way you don't have to necessarily watch an entire long play video. But if you're drawing along, I think it's good to say, well, look, I'm going to put, 35 minutes into something, and you see that I'm authentically putting 35 minutes into something so that you can draw along with me, which is kind of my intention anyway. Kind of give the opportunity to do things in real time. I just kind of thought that perhaps this one deserved a moment or two longer than just... Was that Neville? Okay. He's telling me to finish up. I'm trying, pal. Just have to figure out when to put down the pen. I think what Neville's looking for is, I think he wants to see this too. Cats are funny creatures. Okay. I don't think we need to do eyebrows. We've captured, I think, enough of the look of that. And, yeah, no, I think we're probably good. Now, what was I going to call this again? I think we were going to call it... Let's go back over that just a little bit one more time. Well, I think that should be it for our doodle anyway. So, a little more than 35 minutes for a Peekaboo Lynette from Genshin Impact and Pokemon. So, that's about it then for now. And yeah, well, no, I hope you have an awesome day. And thanks for hanging out for a minute or so. All right. Ciao for now.